rails and locomotives where they've never been before.
2 years ago, enthusiastic collectors of vintage machinery dug out a century-old American steam engine and tender, buried for 60 years in the Arita River. It was hard then to picture it running anywhere, but this is what a new company hopes will run along the Te Anau foreshore. The Little Rogers engine is the same as the original Kingston Flyer. This is how it looked with its wooden cab and livery. By now, the Fiordland Vintage Machinery Club has put 3,000 hours into its restoration, some in Te Anau and some in Invercargill. Most of the 110 boiler tubes have been renewed after Marine Department approval of the job, and the former railway engineer working on it is enthusiastic.
It'll be well worthy of what's being done to it. It'll be an asset to Te Anau too.
The hope is that this engine, now one of the Vintage Machinery Club assets, will become a major Te Anau attraction, along with a couple of carriages. A company is now being formed to build a track. Business people will fund it, each buying a rail or two, and the Retailers Association supports the idea.
I believe it'll be a good asset for Te Anau. With the downturn in tourism, it's another positive attraction for Te Anau. So the retailers have got to get in on the bandwagon and support it to get the support from the railway back again.
The proposed routes around the foreshore of Lake Te Anau to the control gates at the Waiau River. The idea is to have a terminus behind the new Fiordland Park Board headquarters, for which the board will take royalties, and running nearly 6 kilometres to the Waiau control structure, where the Vintage Machinery Club wants to build a new museum. All that means environmental approvals needed, of course, but the club's confident it has the materials and the expertise to build the line.
It's only a matter of putting everything together, planning consent, approval for that sort of thing.
Will that be difficult?
I don't think so, no.
It has been difficult to get any access to foreshore in the past.
Yes, there's been a slight change of attitude, I think, in the last year, 18 months, and the powers that be are looking at things in a different light nowadays.
Everyone agrees tourism's in the doldrums, and one of the driving forces behind the scheme says, provided there are no planning hold-ups, it could be running in a little over a year.
Very profitable for the town as a whole, but it is a commercial venture, so it's got to run on a commercial basis.
Te Anau's earlier railway proposal isn't seen as competition. That's Wilson Campbell's Swiss-style mountain railway. It would share the line from town, then run from the dam control structure up to Mount Luxmore. And in fact, both groups are cooperating on their engineering plans. And their engineer says the new steam